Hello, hello, hello. How is everybody doing? It is Saturday, and we are here to discuss Raising Kanan, season 4, episode 2. Hopefully, you guys seen it and you have a whole lot to say. I think we might have a whole lot to say, but you never know. You never know how we roll up here feeling about a new season or a new episode of something. But remember to share your thoughts, share the video, hit that like button, and show us some love in the process of this discussion. Bringing her out because the perspective is so sweet. Ashley, are you ready to get into Raising Kanan?
I'm honestly wondering and contemplating a channel name change.
Why? That's
Because
just
am I
name.
sweet? Am I sweet? These shows are bringing out the worst in me. They're bringing out the worst in me. But of course, I'm ready to get into it because at the end of the day, Tyra, I'm here for the diaspora. I'm here for us working and being seen.
Again. Oh, Lord, we already have a super chat here from Demarcus before we get started. Thank you so much for supporting. And shout out to all our folks here. I see a whole lot of our members showing us love per usual. We love y'all. Demarcus said, Team B Rilla, aka Breeze. Demarcus, I really hope that it ain't Breeze. With all the anticipation that we've built up for Breeze, I'm gonna need Breeze to come a little harder. So if that is Breeze, I will be a little underwhelmed. But thank you so much for the super chat. Let me know how y'all feeling in the chat down there. Would y'all be here for B Rilla, be Breeze? I don't know. I need a little bit more from him before I can be like, oh, it's giving Breeze. Yet another one here from Demarcus showing us love. We got a super sticker of a hippo character repeatedly points to the streamer while chanting, "Get good." Can't stand it so much. Thank you so much, Demarcus. Yeah, let's get started. Before I press it, did you think for 1 second when we met be really like, oh, this Breeze right here, did he give you
No,
Breeze?
no, this is not the Breeze I've imagined in my dreams. Listen, Breeze got to come in smooth. He got to come in fine. He got to come in with a little bit more finesse than B Rilla did. B Rilla didn't do anything for me. His rhymes didn't do nothing for me. His look didn't do nothing for me. I was underwhelmed. He better not be Breeze. He better not be. We haven't waited this long for him to be Breeze.
Just I'm just gonna leave it at this. If we want it so bad for the likes of Unique to be Breeze, you can't give us Big Rilla and be like, oh yeah, that's the one. No, we was hoping Unique, and he ain't nowhere over there. But Ashley, I am going to come to you first. What are your thoughts on this episode? How did you feel about it? Is it an improvement from episode 1? Because I know we weren't, in the best of feels for that. How you feeling about it?
I I about equal. I don't feel better or worse. I'm glad that we're back in the present day. I'm glad that we're moving the story ahead, albeit very slowly, very nonsensically, right? Because it's just not adding up. And I'm really wondering, what I'm wondering, Tyra, is the disconnect between this season and the previous seasons, right? Because there, at least we were captivated by the storytelling. The acting is always, the acting was always going to perform. I'm just without words right now, and I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt to say maybe episode 3 will be their golden moment to come out and pull this thing together. But overall, again, I was underwhelmed with this episode. I need more present day to happen. I needed other than Unique knocking his head against the wall and spazzing. I need some real intention going into Rock's next move, Kanan's next moves. It just fell flat for me, Tyra, if I can be honest. And as far as a comparison, I'm saying they about equal at this point to me.
Hmm. Well, before I give my opinion, I see you guys in the chat shaking for Rudy, and we love that you are. Rudy isn't feeling too hot, this week. So if Rudy doesn't join us next week, he'll definitely join us the one after that. But we give, well wishes and getting better and all that good stuff to Rudy. But I'm sure he is feeling some type of way that he couldn't be here. But we got to prioritize our health. But we love when y'all look for people. Rudy will
A
be
good
will be
sign.
back soon because Rudy got all the facts, all the facts. Thank you so much, Breeze, for the the super chat said, I love Marvin, please believe me, but he's pissing me off. LOL. And B-Rilla ain't no damn Breeze. That ain't no damn puppy. She said, that ain't Breeze.
It
That
better not
ain't Breeze.
be.
Oh, I'm looking at TP. TP said episode 1 doesn't exist. Y'all, this was an improvement from the first one, but that's not hard to do because we weren't really, in the grips of the story just yet. So now it feels like we're kind of picking up where we left off finally. I'm still waiting on the happening to happen. I do believe that this episode was supposed to have a whole lot of stakes in President because of the death that happened here. But as I said in my slides, you ain't no Proctor. It's not giving Proctor. So we don't have that type of investment in his character, but we'll get there. I will say that this is a vast improvement from the first one, and it's good to be back in the grips of reality and not going backwards. But let's move on. Let me get this super chat once again from Demarcus, who said this episode was a 9. Thank you so much for the $2. Who said Jukebox got what? Got her munch and crunch on with Aisha.
And did.
About time, that was good to see. We're gonna get into it because she was trying to lay all off to the side. We've been waiting on Jukebox to get some loving from somewhere, so it was nice to see her putting in some work. She's come a long way from just
But
sitting there contemplating and thinking about her feelings inward. And I don't want to make the first move. I don't want to. No, we crunching box in the dorm room. Way to go, Jukes.
with
Way to
her
go,
Tim's
Jukes.
on. With her Tim's on. Listen, don't forget the Tims.
Clocking, body rocking, knocking the boots. She was clocking. It was Tim's. It was Tim's. Absolutely, absolutely. I thought it was only right to start here with what's typically a lot of our focus, rock. We left off, with the pregnancy and whatnot, and that's long gone. We're gonna act like that never happened until it comes back into fruition to matter. Right now, we haven't quite lost the connect, but the connect is having an issue. Quan said we're gonna give you a 20% increase, and what you gonna do about it? What are you going to do about it, Rock? You can't do anything about it but pay, or you won't be getting any more supply. So in this episode, we are finally getting to, I know what I've been waiting on. Rock never gave me that she wanted to be sat, settled, and be underneath and have to answer to somebody. We saw that with every single drug lord that was over her moving forward. I'm like, when we going to go on get a boat and take that trip to the poppy field? When we going to get our Frank Lucas on? And I think myself and Ashley said it at the same time. Like, how many times we gonna have to do this? When Rock, and it was like, oh, she said it. She said she wants more. She said she wants more than this. What if I want to be the Quan? What if I want to be the Connect? At which we have Stefano saying, well, you got to, make him an offer you can't refuse. You got to sweeten the pot to kind of move in that direction and get into certain circles. It's not as easy as just getting the boat and going on over there and creating your own connections. There are, paths and passages to get through. And of course, what we can also get into here, which I'm not going to say to the end because this affects Rock the most, we lost Andre. But the main question was, do we care? I put that there because I didn't, but but we should care, even though Andre is absolutely no Joe Proctor. Because when stuff was happening over there in them ghost streets and it was felt because they were very prominent in the cast. Well, we have Andre kind of here, but not really. We know that he means a whole lot to Rock's organization and getting into that intel. We have lost a whole lot because I think when she took Malcolm out, it was like, well, what do we need Malcolm for? I already got you don't have Malcolm or Andre. I always thought it was the slowest idea in the world for her to take Malcolm out because we were just acting like this was a enemy. No, even though we were enemies, he still had a lot of stock in you and Kanan as far as protection with and getting intel and covering things up and making stuff look a certain way. Now you don't have that type of leverage. You don't have an inside man. You don't have somebody who has a connection to the FBI, can tell you who's looking over what shoulder and what you should do next. So this is going to affect her. But before we leave this world, we have this sit down, and it's very much so, yeah, well, would you snitch? Because they had said, a little birdie told me, if you was willing to go over there and get your good fellas on, then we can, make that kind of deal. So Ashley, bringing it to you, how did you feel about Rock this episode having an issue with the 20% increase from Quan? How did you feel about Andre? And do you think that she would snitch?
Child, I think Rock might do anything if that price was right and it would eliminate the competition. But here's the thing. In all of the seasons we've watched Rock in before, I'm just like, this is late, girl. You late. You late. You've
Like,
been big boss, right? Using your feminine wiles to get in and out of deals, to get a connect. Um I would think a long time ago she would have wanted to be the connect. Like it seems like a little late, but I'm glad it's finally happening. I'm excited to see what the journey is going to look like. But we know we can't trust Uncle Tony in this, and I hate that we're running to Uncle Tony for everything because Tony Danza with the dark roots we cannot trust. I'm telling you this right now. We can't trust him. As far as Andre, I wanted to feel something when Neek took him out. I wanted to feel something, which I call him Franken Neek. TBI Neek. When he went up there, I wanted to feel something when Andre was taken out. I didn't feel a damn thing. I didn't feel a damn thing. Don't cram Andre down our throat in this episode, launching deals and setting up plans for the future and then take him right out because we don't give a damn. And what is Rock gonna do? Rock is gonna do what she does every single time. She's going to survive.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, everyone I feel like for Rock is expendable except for Kanan,
Right?
whatever that looks like. So I don't think she gives a damn about anybody. I hope this puts a fire under her. Listen, I'm flying to Cuba. I'm finna go see them boys. I'm gonna put my feminine wiles on. I'm gonna sit my titties up, and I'm gonna see what I can navigate over here, Tyra. Like it's about time, Rock. It's
I
about
just
time.
I just was trying to make sure it wasn't just me because
No.
it was here like when they said it, it was like some dun dun dun. It was that intense music. That cue went in the background like Rock snitch. No, like Rock been snitching since DEF CON. Well, are we new Rock been a snitch. Like, let's not act like there's an honor code and I don't snitch. Snitch what I ain't telling you.
Never.
Like, no, if it benefits Rock, she is more than willing to
Yeah.
snitch. I was like, why is this even up for debate? I thought it was just me.
No, anybody could get it. We know anybody could get it with Rock.
My
Anybody.
best thing that I got out of this scene, which was probably small, was her having to cover because it's like, yeah, with me doing a little tracking here and there, you rolled up on Uncle Tony and so did Marvin. Like, my Marvin? Not my Marvin, because not the Marvin I told last episode and this one. Can we not? We wrapping up business. We need you to be on point. She even goes as far as this episode to say, hey, stay away from the white folks.
Mm-mm,
Stay
mm-mm.
from over there with them folks, Marvin. So now she has to sit here and cover like she knows. Oh yeah, that was like it was like something just her soul left her body. My Marvin?
Not my child. But I mean, he has had, and I'm sure we'll get into it. Marvin has had such a great arc in terms of his character, and to see him revert back into the loser he was season one,
Not
it's,
Luther.
listen, it's pissing me off. So I know in her mind, she's like, I know he wouldn't. He wouldn't do this again. He ain't going behind doing side jobs for the white tees again. Not my Marvin. Yeah, baby.
She
Your
said, "My
Marvin.
Marvin, my Marvin." Yeah, very, very much so. Your Marvin, who is out here acting like this, but I'm here for it. I don't know how far we're going to get into this 20% increase and how far we'll push it. Cause I'm like, are you just looking to get a seat at the table with the bosses, or are we really going to take that trip? I really want to see Rock, cause we're the henchmen. We have yet to see a team. We won't see nobody behind Marvin. We are a long ways removed from that high rise, that Carter, that Nino Brown building in season 2. It's been gone since they found that man in the wall and had that shootout. Thank you so much, Demarcus, for the $5. Said Andre Barnes hugging Rock was foreshadowing the death of Andre and saying goodbye. Rock never hugged anyone before. It was very heavy-handed, Demarcus. I was like, okay, I think we knew, especially with Unique, who we'll get to looming around, and it's just like, oh, I'm taking out somebody. We know that you're not taking out Marvin, Kanan, or Lulu. So, like, exactly who's left? We already knew that. They tried to be so forceful with him this episode, like, oh, not Andre. We just know so much about. We don't know about this man. We don't know nothing about this man. We gonna get into how he was taken out in the first place and how Unique was just moving. Period. It was not my favorite thing. Thank you so much, Demarcus, for the super chat. But yeah, this we ain't no Joe Proctor. Just wanted to say that y'all just
Well
gonna make
said.
make fetch happen right now. But it's I didn't want to leave here since we're still in the realm of Andre and other things that he uncovered. I was like, oh, we still gonna push along with the storyline. I really thought once we took Malcolm out, we was gonna leave Malcolm where he was, and the case was pretty much closed. Even here, how we have them on the news, and the law enforcement, the department, we're gonna be trustworthy again. We're gonna wrap up this case, and then we have the lieutenant and Garcia here. Like, yeah, even though we said that. I need to retire in the best way, in the best light. I need you to figure out what happened to Malcolm indefinitely. I was like, oh man. So not only do we have that, but with him having that battery in his back, we see him do what he always does. He rolling up on Kanan, they tussling all outside, this, that, and the third, and where's Famous? I say, well, you know what? Now that I think about it, we went everywhere but over there with Famous. We don't know what happened to Famous. As far as we know, I think that last episode of season 3, he was being interrogated, after his dumb mama, trash girl, called the police because she found a
Crazy.
gun.
Crazy as
Stupid.
hell. Crazy as hell.
But as far as Garcia is concerned, Ashley, how do you feel about that? Because I'm just thinking, at least back in the day, Malcolm was there to put a foot on his neck and go, not my son, or, back it down a little bit. What is this going to mean? The only thing this could mean, because they even brought up Detective Burke. I was like, oh, damn. What is this going to mean for the department? The only thing that can unravel this situation is them digging again and figuring out that Malcolm was his father. Like, that's the only thing that I can think of that could do this. Or is he just going to be continuing to run around and harass? Are they going to have to kill Garcia? I don't know. How do you feel about that in the presence of Malcolm in the show still at all, in the way that he's not here as a guard dog or protection from this department? And also, where's Famous? Because that's what he said when he rolled up on him after he was harassed. And I was like, well, that may have been just the only reason I could think to bring that sister back. Famous must be out of Dodge somewhere with the sister.
Yeah, Garcia, I'm getting Sax vibes. I'm getting Sax vibes from Garcia, a dog with a bone, top cop, trying to make something shake. And let Howard stay dead, okay? I'm sick. I was sick of looking at him back then. I sure enough don't want to see him anymore as we go on through this season. But what does it mean for the family? It means death and destruction and decay and potentially jail. Except Lulu now has a connect and a way to get people out of jail same day. So
Girl,
listen,
girl.
sorry. But I'm
Since when? Since when? Because how you get that man out of jail, Lulu? Make it make
same
sense.
day. He said, I can get you out this
I
afternoon,
can get
really?
you out now. Just give me the work. Since
Hmm.
when, Lulu? Go
So
ahead.
I would say that with Howard gone, it does mean, a lot less protection, a watchful eye. But here's the other side of that. Didn't they in this episode have a press conference and state that, they believed that it was this outside connect that
You
took
lying.
out, whatever to the public. So what's the sense in throwing money behind this investigation? This black captain pisses me off so bad because you
Dirty.
was slow. You was slow all these seasons before. You knew Howard wasn't up to you knew. You had every sign, clue, connection, and you're just lazy at this point. So I don't give a damn what happens to him. Garcia's a liability. Rock gonna have to take him out. She gonna take him out, or somebody's gonna take him out because he's gonna keep digging. Like I said, I definitely get Sax vibes. He's a dog with a bone. They'll try to retaliate maybe against him. I don't know if he got a kid, a son, a brother, but it's gonna get deep because I feel like he's just annoying enough for them to try to keep around the whole season. As
Uh,
far as Famous, he better be in Cali, in Mexico, in Puerto Rico. I would have went to Cuba. I don't think Cuba has extradition. I hope he had enough sense for somebody to spirit him away. Because, like you said, last thing I remember with Famous, he was being interrogated for unaliving somebody. So I don't know where that man is, unless again they're gonna give us another flashback and actually show us what happened with Famous. I don't know. And Garcia, why are you asking about Famous? Find something safe to
girl.
do. I can understand you asking about Howard, but why are you throwing Famous in there? Just go on somewhere now.
Just looking for him. Like, Famous is a hot topic in the episode. Do you think he's with the sister?
Potentially, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't like her either. It would make sense though, because they did seemingly have a kind of close relationship. She was always acting like concerned about her brother and putting him
Mm-hmm.
on. So I can definitely see that. Maybe he is in Cali with her, biding his time.
Mm. Thank you so much, Bree, for the super chat. Said we sound like D from The Wire. Where's Famous?
We
We
ain't
gonna
seen
watch
no
The
wire.
Wire one day.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Brees, we don't
We
get the
don't get the
reference.
reference because we haven't seen it, but I get it. Thank you. Cam down here, she said Andre got that dude out of jail. I mean, tell us something, Cam, because the way Lou was like, yeah, I can get you out of here tonight. I was like, what? With what? Okay, that's new. Oh man, but let's move on. That's the only place that I could think that he could be, because it's not too many places to hide in the city. Like, they only go 4 blocks away from each other constantly. But will he snitch? Because that's also a thing, especially when we get into that conversation when Lulu gets picked up by Marvin, and Marvin's like, hey, this is regular, degular, one of the meal, can't be trusted. He gonna flip. just as they put that pressure on, Famous is gonna snitch. That's all. Every single season, it is up in the air whether or not Famous is gonna snitch on the family, and if we have to take him out. Do you think Famous is a snitch?
I think that Famous is a punk. So because he's a punk, I think he's a snitch. Listen, here's the thing. The way Kanan roughed him around and punked him and smushed him in the face and hemped him up in corners, and so did Ronnie all last season. He don't have heart.
You know what?
Famous
I'm
don't
tired
have
of it.
heart.
I'm
Listen, he
tired of it.
don't.
Y'all always doing Famous like this every single time.
He
What
don't
is
have
Famous?
heart.
If Famous has had so many moments that he could have snitched, that he could have sold the family out, and he stand, even though he
If
may
they
have
if they threaten to take the booty, he will
not
tell
take the
everything.
booty, the
Listen, if
way
they gonna put
that
him in the jail,
Kanan has played on Famous's time every single time, because I want to hear from him punking him and smushing him in the face and all that nonsense that he tried on Famous last season. That was that. But it's been so many opportunities for him to just snitch, and he has held it down. Why would this time be any
I
different?
think it's totally different. I think this life. I think this electric chair. I think this death penalty. I think that this is a whole nother level. And like I said, Famous ain't built for the pink eye. He is not. He gonna be somebody's girlfriend, Tyra. He is going to tell. Famous is gonna tell. Don't get me wrong. I like Famous, but everybody's not built for that life. He is not built to be a thug or a criminal. I feel like he gonna tell.
Famous be holding it down, and y'all do him like this. I always be on Famous side, and I
Thank
get
you,
proof.
Keith.
I get proven right every single season because he never
Okay.
snitches.
Well,
Y'all know
baby,
what?
prove me wrong this season, but I'm telling you, they listen. They threatened him with some hard time for unaliving somebody. He gonna tell Cam said it. Famous had to snitch to get out of jail. Listen,
Man, I'll
listen.
wait. I'll wait and see. I'm gonna stick. I'm gonna stick beside him. I've been sticking beside him all these seasons. I'm gonna keep sticking beside him. Come on, Famous. Come through. Don't have me out here looking bad. Cause y'all count my boy out every single time. That's all right. Let's move on. Let us know in the chat. Not y'all. He fickle. Monique said Famous is fickle. Oh man, we get a lot of Crystal in this episode, more than I would ever want. We gonna make fetch happen, okay? We're gonna put Crystal in the show, make her a prominent part of this cast. From what I can see, it's not giving that from me, but I'm gonna give Crystal some time to cook. But there is a sense of her, because I went back, because Ashley, when we had the that scene of Kanan talking to the little runner, and I was like, where did they get this little man from? And he was like,
That's not what you said.
why is why is this so prominent? Like, why are we getting so much screen time? Why do we have to have Crystal speak to the little drug runner? Like, what is happening here? I think she's supposed to be, a source of information. She's made it clear, like my daddy, and there's these businesses. Like, I come from something. I know a little something, Kanan. Maybe if you do X, Y, and Z, your business will run a little smoother. And it's just like, maybe we should take Crystal's advice. So I guess she's coming through on that front, but it just doesn't do anything for me. Especially when you're gonna slap me in the face with, yeah, I wanted that baby. I want somebody to love me. I was like, oh, girl, girl, at least it's over with now. There's nothing up in the air. I think we all pretty much knew Crystal went down to the chop shop and aborted that mission, and that's what it is. But now it's just like, I think this episode proved what we already know. Kanan's still a boy. Kanan's still a little horny little boy. Like, I'm just out here. Well, girl, I could just always pull out. I could just pull out. Like last time Kanan, where I got pregnant the first time, he's irresponsible. He's not thinking. He has, one thing on his mind when it comes to Crystal, and that's just about it. And if it happens again, girl, we can just go and take that trip. We can take that Jody trip, that baby boy trip in front of the clinic, eating lemon heads, and go and get rid of that girl. Come on now, let's get it. And she's like, no, I wanted that baby Kanan. At which we have this little farce of an argument, and them rekindle whatever, and she instantly forgives him towards the end of the episode. I know I ain't here for Kanan's chest. Don't show me that little boy chest. Don't show me his back. Don't show me no rumps. I don't want to see none of that. Okay? I don't know what's up with the power universe, and y'all want to get into these little intersections of teenage sexual relationships. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see Kanan little nipples. Okay? This ain't no man. Show me Symphony. Show me Unique. Show me Marvin. Hell, I don't even want to see Lulu, but show me Lulu. I don't want to see this. Okay? Thank you. Because if he's slow wine at any point, I'm skipping the scene. Ashley?
Double tap. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if this bullet that you have going through Crystal is subtle foreshadowing on this slide or what, but I definitely think she's not going to be with us long.
It's random.
I
I should,
definitely think.
I should start doing that.
Listen, I think she about to be out of here anyway, and I wouldn't be surprised if the heifer get pregnant again by him and gets unalived, and that puts the Kanan in Canaan. You know what I mean? Because now I lost the mother of my
My
child, and I
mother,
lost my
my
child. You know,
mother.
like that. That would be a move. But yeah, Crystal girl, they're focusing on her a lot for some reason. I think she, of course, is giving him business advice as far as the structure of his organization. I definitely think she is going to become integral to his operation and then she'll be taken out. I definitely think this is part of his villain arc or origin story. So,
Mm.
I mean, I'm here for that, but she's really not likable. I wanted to, like when she's sitting there and she's like, oh, Kanan, yeah, you just had to pay for it. The money was the easy part, but I had to deal with it. I just want to be loved. I just want somebody to love me back. I'm like,
Girl.
is this like a 90s after school special? I didn't need that, y'all. We get it. We can read between the lines. Y'all don't have to spell that out for us. Do better. But Crystal's a beautiful girl. She has no morals. I feel like she has
Devil. She's a beautiful
no
girl. She has no morals.
no self-respect. Poor thing. She's got low self-esteem. And I just want better for her. I hope she grows up and, reads a book and learns to love herself because what it gives is dummy. What it gives is dummy. All he got to do is wink at you and you're like, okay, I
I
forgive you,
don't think
Kanan.
so. I think they're gonna really make her an asset. I think whenever he decides to, because we know him and what? I said, who the hell is Robin? Him and Rocks, that whole business, and we're doing. Eventually, Kane's gonna do what he's always gonna do. He's gonna rebel and want to go off on his own, and I think she'll maybe be essential in that way. And maybe they'll be ruling. We'll be the queens and the projects, selling crap. And then they're gonna take out his queen, and then maybe that'll he has to go through more traumatic things to become that Kanan Stark that we know,
Hmm.
and maybe losing Crystal, who's his right hand. They have to really make her an asset and make her
Yeah.
likable for that. So hopefully we get there. Maybe that'll be one of the things, but maybe that gunshot on the photo is
That's
for
what
a
I
reason.
said. Subtle foreshadowing. That's exactly what that is.
Well, it just goes where it goes. Thank you so much, Jane C, for the $2. I haven't seen episode 2. Y'all spoke. Well, dang, get your butt out. You've had all day. You've had all day. You had yesterday. Like, what do you need? Don't come up in here with that talk, even if you got $2. Thank you. Let me see. What else we got here? Say something else on like. Then get out of here, fool. Thank you so much, Breeze, for the $2. Bree said, so get your ass out of here then, Dan. What are you doing here? You can always come back, Dan. You can always come and say what's up to us and leave so we don't spoil anything for you. We never want to do that, but I think you've had more than enough time to roll up on the episode. Take the advice from Bree. Thank you. Oh, man. Yo, we're going to see, but I see somebody said in the chat, so no more singing for Crystal. You know what? I don't even want to go down them ambitious butter streets again. Hopefully, do we have to?
And side note,
Look,
question for the audience and question for you. Why are we so heavy-handed on the chop shop these last two episodes? First, we had to hear about Rock's aborted mission. Now we got to hear about Crystal's. Who else is going to have a mission this season? Like, damn it, is it just tis the season for
I
unaliving babies? I need y'all to wear some condoms. I need contraception. I need that NuvaRing. I need y'all to have the shot in your arm. I need some damn vasectomies. Is what I
with
need.
these, I don't think it was supposed to be any paths crossing there. It just so happened because Crystal's situation was already evident before that last season. This situation with Rock was brand spanking new, and it was just to give like, oh, Rock had a whole lot on her mind and try to give a whole bunch of depth to that struggling relationship that she constantly has with Kanan and her always trying to vie for that motherhood because that's already broken and I already had to ice another baby. Like, oh, this is just so much going on. And then I had to take out Malcolm. Like, yeah, we got it, but hopefully that comes back into whenever she's face to face with Unique because we know it's gonna come. Maybe she'll tell him and bring that up. I don't
Don't
know.
lose your baby.
Yeah, it'll be different if he knew about it to go like, don't you remember? I told you I was pregnant before disappeared or like something. I don't know how we're gonna bring it up, but hopefully it's for that. But yeah, they going to the chop shop.
But I need him to wrap it up. Like what Cam said, wasn't y'all know starring Toya? She said, "Listen, it was rampant back then. Look, the package was alive and
Yeah,
well."
the package was alive, girl. Thank you so much, Dane, for the $2. Said no, no, Breeze.
Lord.
He said no. Okay, dang. Thank you so much. Y'all are showing some major, major love in the chat, and I most definitely appreciate y'all. Let's get into some fine neek neek before we get into not so fine
Oh,
neek.
praise God.
Once we get through them slides, and we gonna come right back. Keep on showing us love and sharing those opinions, y'all. Sometimes it's so
Want to catch feelings for me, Rock?
Talking crazy.
They say most romances start at the office. Heads bumping into each other at the water cooler and whatnot. I'm just wondering if you ever favor me like that.
We ain't got no water cooler. And the last time I checked, you and me, we was trying to kill each other for a hot second.
But you know what they say, it's thin line. Stay up though, baby.
Boy, it'd be a cold day if Unique ever told me to stay up. Like, boy, what you say that for? Stay up where? Okay. Y'all, shout out to everybody in the chat. Thank you so much for supporting us. And don't fret. I'm gonna get into what I feel about Unique and how I feel like it won't be long before we're away from Frank and Unique and back to the fine one that we know, child. Because
All right.
I feel like I know what they're trying to do, and I'm gonna tell y'all how I feel about it when we get there. But get into this mess here and leaving us aboard missions because Ashley said no. Where's the protection? Where's the prophylactics?
Listen, put it on.
Child, I'm gonna go ahead and go to Kanan. We go to Kanan because and snap, crackle, and pop. I put this here, and I didn't want to, put it where it landed in the episode because I think this also caters to the adolescence that comes with Kaden and being so young and trying to be in this business. You thought you was just gonna hand over a couple of funds, and I gave you back, your investment, and no. Once you invited us in and gave us a piece of your business, you took out your boy. That already looks bad. Now you're just gonna come in here and think you can like give a refund and go back to your business as usual. No, we invested and we want that back with interest. We in on that. Can't, well, I had stuff established before y'all even got there and this and that. Girl stood up with his chest out. I was like, what you doing? You just in here with Rock. What are you doing? What you about to do, Kanan? You about to raise up? What you about to do? Like, we have all of that. Just how he's handling business here. I think it's being set up to look like a negative thing and have it look like Snap, Crackle, and Pop is looking at him sideways. Eventually, Kanan is going to try to do his best to do what he always does, distance himself from Rock. And I don't know if he's going to be over there with Snap, Crackle, and Pop, or if he's going to go over there and be all in Tony Danza's face. Who knows? But I thought this looked real young because, little boy, what exactly do you think this is? Ashley, what did you think about this scene?
It pissed me off. Kanan is a real disrespectful kid. He's just disrespectful as hell. I don't give a damn if your mama lied. I don't care. I don't care. The level of disrespect that he shows his mama is out of control. And the fact that Rock is this vicious killer dilla in the streets and won't backhand Kanan pisses me off every single time. Because slap him. Because there's no way you embarrass me in private, in public, you don't give a damn. But as far as him raising up on Snap, Crackle, and Pop, I was like, keep playing if you want to, little boy. It's like he doesn't get a concept of the real world, and I think this is what Rock knew in season one when she was like, no, go to school. You're
Yeah, you're
not
not
built for
ready.
this life. This is not for you. Like, and it's really not because Kanan gonna have a hard lesson. I don't know what's gonna happen to him, but it's not the move to disrespect these people. Okay, listen. And when they said you absorbed Ronnie's debts, that means you absorbed his debts. And then when Mama tried to step in, I don't need my mother
My
here. Listen,
mother. You
okay,
killed
they
my
right then.
father.
They right then. Listen, this is who you made the deal with, Kanan. You gonna have to man up and deal with it. Kanan is young and he's reckless. And I think we've already gotten that. I was hoping that this season we would see him moving with a little bit more wisdom
Yes.
and a little bit more maturity after everything he just had to do, right? Take the
Mm-hmm.
dad, all that stuff going on. So I was really disappointed in his behavior. And also, Snap and Pop, although we can't necessarily trust them all the way, I think if he sits and listens, he might learn something.
Girl, you might learn something.
Listen,
Hold my cane.
let me see your best combination. Yes,
What?
all of that.
Let me see you. Just what I thought. That ain't shit. Let me see your
Listen,
best combination. Thank you so much, Demarcus, for the $5 set. Be Real could prove his loyalty to Lulu for seeing potential in signing him and save Kanan or Rock life by smoking Unique. You putting a whole lot on Be Real. You know
hey,
something we don't know, Demarcus?
Demarcus be in the writer's room. Listen, he be
Demarcus be in them streets. I know he be in them power streets, but Laura, you putting a lot on him. I don't know. Like, that's a lot of predictions from this one episode and him. Actually, what was that whack ass rap that line that we kept saying?
call a paramedic.
That nigga
That,
been gone.
listen, I,
All the paramedics, that nigga been gone. Trash. It was
bars. They was going up
bars.
like it was.
Bars.
Sit down somewhere, clown. Clown.
Say what? Call the paramedics. Nigga been gone. Say, okay. All right, Big Willow. Okay. All right, Partisan Fontaine. Let them people know that you be ghostwriting over there for Cardi B. Tell them that you're a rapper's rapper. This ain't just for TV. Thank you so much, Marcus. If you know something we don't know, let us know. I want to know. Because I ain't get all of that. Thank you so much for the super chat. Does it say J double Yubble? Yubi? J double Yubi.
Yeah.
Thank you. I love how Rock sat back and let Kanan get cooked by snaps and pop. Yeah, because this ain't my fight. This is not my fight. Now, what I will say is, while Rock always, goes on, it's all for you. I do everything for you, son. I did this for you. I killed this for you. It was the best decision. It's for you, and we can make this and do. Yeah. You're still lying. I can give you more. I can supply you more. You're making the most money, and everything's good. We're all straight. Meanwhile, we looking upside Quan's head like 20% of what? I don't want to pay you that, and I don't want to pay anybody else that. Matter of fact, I need to get my own boat and my own poppies. So everything isn't everything, Rock. Eventually, if we don't re-up with Quan, where's your product going to come from in the meantime? So like, don't lie to your business partner. They just as messy as they want to be. They just as messy as they want to be. But child, this was funny though. But I don't think all is lost as far as Snap, Crackle, and Pop are concerned. I think they're looking at Kanan's morals sideways right now. But eventually it's going to be like, well, I could take you under my wing, son, show you a couple things. He's going to have to go somewhere with somebody because he's not going to align himself with Rock. Not for too long. Let's get into her man here. Okay. Yeah. What? Why, Marvin? Okay. You know what? I'm gonna give Marvin some room because I had to really sit back and think about why we are here. Why are we having Marvin revert back to what looks to be absolute stupidity? You would think with his journey, whether it's Juke, whether it was that white tea man with them two children that crossed him, losing Renee, the group, him, growing as a man, as a person when we went through the Wusa stage, all of that, having the near, life and death experiences, trying to do that right thing with Sam the crackhead and, him rolling up out of town back in town when he said he was going to get out of Dodge, that trying to spare somebody. I think that's why we're here. But it doesn't look sensible to us because it's like, why? We would want Marvin to get brighter and not seemingly get dumber and put himself into those same scenarios that got stuff messed up last season, not only for him, but for Rock, the whole family, and where we have to course correct, like, what's going on? But we having cigars. The way he kicking back with Stefano is just real, like, why? Why are we kicking back so hard and confiding? And yeah, I can go do that. You want me to go do what? Yeah, I got that. And why? We know how this ends up, so it's just idiotic. But I think Marvin is on the timing of, I don't care anymore. I'll kill famous. I'll kill this random black man, even though I was clearly here to talk and put the lean on somebody. I'll do that. I don't care. I'm giving no F's this season because when I did last season, y'all played in my face and made me look stupid and hurt my feelings. So now I'm back on that old timing, regardless if it's stupid or not. Ashley, how are you feeling about Marvin?
I feel like this whole thing is deception. I feel like it's the deception he was under, the delusion he was under in the first season, like he was his own man or could be his own man, right?
Girl.
Because he's trading one master for another. Let's never get it twisted. So you want to be independent and do your own thing, and now it's definitely giving yes a massa boss. Oh, boy in the bar was not lying when he said what he said. That's why it activated Marvin, because he knew it had the ring of truth. If these YT people ain't got you in trouble before Marvin, Uncle Tony cannot be trusted. And the fact that you took this on yourself, like you was just full independent contractor and pulled off this job without his okay, Marvin is gonna reap the repercussions of this situation. He didn't have the authority to do this. You don't run
Absolutely.
nothing, Marvin. You still don't run nothing, boo. Like,
Girl.
I'm sorry, but you don't, and I'm so disappointed in this. I don't think last season was enough trauma to warrant him reverting in this way, because he's moving recklessly. He still wants this autonomy, but he's not going to get it in this game. Not as long as he stays in New York, not as long as he's still connected to Rock. So now you're really in between a rock and a hard place, pun intended, because now Rock can't trust you again. Right? You was the F up first season,
Yeah.
effing up everything, F this up, and you're back to doing the same thing. And now potentially causing another war with the Italians. I don't know what his obsession with these people are. I don't know why he can't stay around from them. Leave
I,
him alone.
I don't. Thank you. Hey B. Hey B. B said thumbs up. Everybody.
Hey,
Absolutely. Hey
B.
B. What's up? Let me know when you gonna drop in with us one time. B Avery. Hey, y'all show B some love. I know he got some Raising Kanan videos over there amongst everything. Be sure to show B some love. Thank you B. Um. th- it was when this man uttered, like, first, step and fetch it, or what, like, the way that Marvin is so sensitive and irrational, like, just because this man disrespected you and called you a step and fetch it, rightfully so, out here doing this Italian man's bidding, you ain't nobody. What the hell are you gonna do to me? Matter of fact, you couldn't really do anything to me if you wanted to, along with stuff. Yeah, he sent you here to put a lien on, but you can't really touch me like that. Low key, I'm a top earner. I am important in this organization. I mean something here. The ramifications of you killing me are gonna trickle over. Just like, yeah, I don't care, I killed you. Like, Marvin, this is stupid. This is stupid, and I'm so disappointed. I'm trying to be lenient with Marvin because Marvin's like,
Why?
I tried the,
Yeah,
I
because
tried
what
to
happened to
bring.
anger management? What happened to
It's
the
over.
support group? What
It's
happened?
over. I mean, anger is one thing to where he was being so irrational, and Marvin's always been the muscle, and he's always had that complex of I was X, Y, and Z before Rock was in charge, but now you trying to summon. You ain't finna put me and Lulu in the same box. I'm my own man. I can make my own decisions. Yeah, but look at the type of decisions you're making. There's one thing like when we rolled up on Unique, or that moment where he rams his car into the back of that van. When Marvin was moving, we love those moments. Postman working Marvin in disguise Marvin. This is stupid. This is stupid. So when you sit there with that same cigar across from Steffi and say, yeah, so
Yeah.
Marvin, did you lean on him? Did you make him scared? How did it go? Yeah, I killed him. What do you think's gonna happen?
Right. Just he don't. He don't. He didn't think that far. And I think he really thinks he's a boss at this point. Baby, you're
What?
out of your league.
He couldn't possibly. He couldn't possibly think that. Thank you so much, Marcus, for the $2. Said Rock could go back to could
To Joaquin again as a
he?
play.
Joaquin?
Well, she did get approval before she took old girl out, right?
She did, but it just seems so messy. Because they was riding for horse. They was riding for her for quite some time. I could see it, but I don't know. I think it would be too sketchy and a lack of trust there to do business again. But we'll see. She got to do something. She got to do something. But yeah, anything else on Marvin before we move forward? Because I didn't know what we were supposed to do with this. And what do you think Rock's going to do? Because she was like, my Marvin? Who?
I think it's up and it's stuck. I think it's like I said. I think it's putting him in between a rock and a hard place. I literally think. I don't know if she's gonna hold it close to her
Wow.
vest for a little while, but it's definitely gonna come out in her attitude towards Marvin. It's definitely gonna come out in what she's asking him to do and using him to do. It makes sense to me that she'll try to either bring Lulu back in or find somebody else to put in that spot, because at this point she can't trust Marvin. Marvin is still moving weird out here, because why would you be doing side things without telling me? We know what happened the last time. And my question to you is, Rock gonna be willing to go to war with the Italians again about Marvin?
Ah, we ain't got time. You know what? I'm always here for some action. I'm always here for a shootout. I'm always here for a shutdown of Carter. But it seems redundant now. It seems like every single season we have to course correct with Marvin's actions, even if it was on like a stupidity route and Marvin's constant need to get some type of validation and prove that he's somebody outside of just Rock's big brother who's the muscle. Can we have him in some different scenarios? Do we have to keep sending him over there with these Italians? Can we please? Can we do something else? That would be nice. That's
And
that's all
now
I'm
he
saying.
making enemies with the Asian folks. Like, listen,
Oh, did you see?
yeah, and then taking the food. Don't take no more than people food, Marvin. They're gonna poison you. You done made that little boy drop his pants to show the dope, and now, like, listen, and then called him every slur you can imagine, every bad
Ciao.
racial.
You know, he's gonna do some racial slurs.
Listen,
I thought
it
you said,
was.
was he hangry? No, he got some food. He got some food before he left. He wasn't too damn hungry. B, I saw your message and I sent you the link to your DM. So if you want to hop on, you're more than welcome to. Yeah, this was I just want something more for brother Marvin. But I think with us gearing up, we've all been gearing up for one of our brothers to be taken out, whether that's Lulu or Marvin. And this is a real quick way to get there. Because what are you doing? Thank you so much for the super chat. Marvin is still mad that Gerald betrayed him. Man, okay. Do you got to take us all down with you because you're mad? It'll be different if Marvin was going on these dummy missions and it had nothing to do with Rock or their family business. This has everything to do with it. So you're messing things up for everybody. Rightfully so. Like, oh yeah, I don't care. I'm gonna kill you. I was like, what? All right, okay, Marvin. This is insane, but let's move forward. Now, leaving old Marvin and getting over here. Oh, yeah, who cares? Not me. Not I said the cat. Who cares? Bye, Joyce. Bye, Mama Joyce. No, nobody cares. Ah, do we have to linger on this? They are really gonna try to make fetch happen with this family situation and us really getting deep. Not saying that I don't appreciate Power's ability to go deep at times and want to really get into the thick of why this family is so effed up. But it seems like we're going out of our way this season to involve Mama Joyce where we could really ever give a damn. Kanan is going with Mama Joyce down to these appointments, and it's just like no, the cancer has progressed to a point of no return. Basically, girl, count your days. It's about that time. And Kanan's like, yeah, this isn't something that we should just be keeping between the two of us. You should most definitely share this with the rest of the family. You know, your kids. Say, who my kids? No, no. We're gonna leave this here. Do what I said and keep this to yourself. I'm not ready for that, and maybe she will be at a later date. But I'm just trying to give a damn. Okay. I'm trying to give a damn because I just really don't. Y'all have only showed us the most distasteful, negative. Put some cash in my hand, hands up, cash outside to this woman that I could just never give a damn. Ashley, how you feeling about Joyce?
I don't. I don't. Go on and dig the grave. Pick the plot out and put her in it. Like, girl, find something to do. I don't know why they're trying to ingratiate her to us at this point, and especially through Kanan. Is it still supposed to? Is this like a method to show us that he still has humanity at this point because he cares so much about her? I'm trying to make it make sense in my mind because, as far as I'm concerned, Joyce, they could hang it up tomorrow. I really could. I could care less to see her ever again on this, because the fact that you wanted payment to watch your own son as he's going through recovery is despicable. And now I'm not your mother, Kanan. I would never put the pressure on you. Oh, my appointment, I'm in the hospital. Oh, girl, go on somewhere. I really don't. And I want to, but I don't.
Y'all, I'm gonna go back a little bit because we got B Avery in the house. Hey, Brandon.
What's up? What's up? How y'all doing?
We're okay. How are you doing? How are you enjoying the season so far?
I'm liking it. It's pretty good. I'm liking your commentary, and so thanks for having me. I've been listening to most. I think I heard maybe the past 15 minutes of you guys' conversation, And I
Hmm.
agree with, I think, pretty 90, 95% of everything. And good to see you too again, Ashley. How you doing, ma'am? How you doing?
Good to see you. I'm
Yeah.
good.
I know a lot of people were complaining about episode one, saying that it really didn't move the story forward. I don't know if y'all had those thoughts. I liked it, but it's cool so far. Unique is tripping. I don't know if y'all got to that part yet or what he did.
No, we haven't. I came back here because I wanted you to share your opinions on who we've gotten to so far. What did
Yeah.
you think about Rock, and what did you think about her losing Andre?
I don't know. Me and Lamont were joking about how it's obvious he wants to hook up with her, but he's trying to keep it professional. Um, I think she'll feel some type of way. I don't think she'll have a emotional response. Well, she probably won't have an emotional response for anyone. Just seeing how
Mhm.
cold-hearted she is. I don't understand the decision. Um, I don't. It doesn't make sense to me why they would take him out because he wasn't like a prominent player on the chessboard. So I don't know. We're gonna see. I still don't like Rock. She sucks. But go ahead.
Well, I think losing Andre affects her business more than anything else. Like she doesn't have a connection to on the inside anymore now that not only Malcolm's gone, but Andre is gone. Like who are you going to confide in to give you any intel to know when and how to protect yourself?
I didn't even think of that. You're 100% right. That's what's up. And also, I agree with y'all. Marvin is a dodo bird. That was too emotional. I don't know why he wants to take on more unnecessary responsibility of filling in that role, because that person was important, making money, making moves in some way, and you just take them out. Somebody's gonna have to fill in the gap, and you just causing chaos, Marvin. So with Stefano, with Rock, it's quite and I liked her response too when she was getting the information, like, what do you mean? Like, I think she said, like, my Marvin, are you talking about the one of my brother? And we're trying to keep it cool, and so I can't wait to see our reaction to that, her cussing him out. And like, I think I can't remember which one of you said he is like on an insecure power trip, and it kind of
Yeah,
takes me back to his mindset on season one, where I do feel him to where like his sister shouldn't disrespect him, but at the same time, it's like he feeling like he got to put on some big boy pants and put on the show. And I thought we moved on from that,
yeah,
especially with his the great relationship that he has with Jukebox, which was crap at the beginning, but it's wonderful now. So him going back to that is a little weird. Yeah, this is definitely gonna ruffle some feathers, and I just don't want him to die, but he's setting himself up for it. So we're gonna see.
Well, what did you think about Garcia here putting this pressure on Kanan? Because Malcolm's no longer around to protect him. But with the news, they're saying like the case is closed, we're moving forward. But then we have that corrupt lieutenant, going, yeah, when I retire, I need everything closed up. So I need you to still figure out what happened to Malcolm. And we are also looking for Famous. So what did you think about that? And where do you think Famous is?
I have no clue where Famous is. I kind of rewound it a couple of times. Like, did I miss something or blink my eyes and go to the bathroom? Because I know he was in episode one, but that was a flashback. So I don't
Yeah.
I don't know where Famous is. Hopefully he's alive because we still need him to drop those beats. This Garcia character here needs his ass whooped. I don't like him at all. Kanan is a tough one for taking that beating in the alley. But have we seen him before? In the show?
Garcia?
Yeah. Am I
He's
tripping?
always kind of played the background. We didn't see him because Detective Burke was always in the forefront doing most of the investigating, trying to figure out the connection that Malcolm had to Kanan. But he's always kind of been there, but he's present now because she's no longer here.
Okay. And that was him conversing with Baptiste in the office, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Baptiste. He's funny. I want him to live too. But yeah, Garcia can kick rocks. Like I want him to die. Like, see.
Not Baptiste. This Baptiste is that corrupt thing. He just is. We would have been here if you did a little bit more police work. Malcolm could have told him the sky was green and he was going to believe it.
Mhm.
Uh, do you think there's a possibility that Famous could be with his sister since we did get that flashback of her conversating with Lulu in the last episode? And do you think Famous will snitch because that's also up for debate in the show?
Mm. I hope he's with. Well, I don't know if he's with his sister. I just hope he's somewhere safe. But that does make sense. But I don't think Famous will snitch. I don't.
Thank you.
I don't think so. That would piss off. That would piss off too many people because Famous is a favorite of the fans. In my opinion, and snitching is pretty low. That's just pretty low. I mean, there's only a few examples to where snitching is justified. But in general, you just don't do that. So I don't think they would throw him down the toilet bowl like that because people like people like snitch, people like Famous.
I swear, I don't know why y'all throw Famous away like that, but Rock, oh yeah, Rock a snitch all day. She a snitch and we cool with it. Rock can snitch and it's all good. Like y'all just gonna put that on Famous. Famous been holding it down in his way from day one. He has yet to
He
snitch. I
don't
don't
sing
see
like a
why.
canary.
You know what?
The way Kanan slapped him around, I'm telling you, the way Kanan slapped him around, he can't go to jail. Famous won't survive. He gonna have to tell
Yeah,
somebody something.
that's true.
If you don't have to stay here too long, but they are making it a point to put Crystal like prominent in our face, so it's making me think she's going to be pivotal at least to Kanan's situation. Do you care for Kanan and Crystal's situation, and what do you think her role will be in their dynamic?
Is that for me or Ashley?
This for you, B.
Um, you're right. They are. When she walked into the room, I was like, "Oh, we see Crystal again." I didn't think that we would see her anymore. And to be honest with you, I'm a little weirded out. I know
Yeah,
these are adults, but I don't. I mean, they're shot as children, and them
yeah,
having sex and stuff is kind of just like
yeah.
we
I
can
want to see it.
we can move past this. I'm mad at Kanan for just like, hey, let's do the pullout thing, and all of that. I mean, he's young, but it's frustrating. But I think she's gonna die, and that's gonna turn, and he's gonna cause him to have some type of emotional roller coaster. But at least what I do like about her inclusion now is she's trying to just teach him about the business, you know,
Mm-hmm.
her experience and how he can step it up. If she was just there, to bring him Wendy Frosties and stuff and have sex, that would be really annoying. So a positive thing again is she has some sense. She's not just dancing. She's not just his little side boo. She's trying to give him some education. So as long as I keep that going, I'm cool with it. Because I mean, Kanan needs all the help he can get. So
That's what I said that they would probably do is try to make her an asset in that way. So at least when she eventually dies, there'll be some for us to maybe care about her. But they got to work for that because Crystal does nothing for me so far.
yeah, I got.
But we also had the scene here with Snap, Crackle, and Pop, and Kanan still proving just how much of a boy he is. Not only are we trying to pull out of that, but we trying to pull out of this situation like it's just that easy. And they said, no, no, little boy, we have stock in you. We invested in you, and we want it back. And we really don't really vibe with the fact that you took Ronnie out with no questions asked. Can we really trust you? Did you care about the scene at all, B, as far as Kanan standing up, putting air in his chest, or were you looking at him like, little boy, if you don't sit your butt down, what you about to do in here?
I liked it a lot. This was a rude awakening for him, and he's realizing that again because he's been doing this from the season 1, episode 1, that he's biting off more than he can chew. 'Cause I remember back when he gave the drugs the super duper dose and killed everybody on the block. know, that, that was awful. It was just a house of dead bodies, and I'm just like, Then I was like, you need to sit your ass down. Here, I was just like, you know, he put his best foot forward, but it just still didn't benefit him, and he's learning the hard way. And he didn't do anything to me foolish in this situation or out of pocket. He was just trying to really understand, and it was to me at least, it was a genuine response. And they was like, oh no, that's just not how it works. And he was just completely ignorant, oblivious about it. I hate the fact that Rock kind of got a piece of the pie of shoving it in his face, like, you know what I'm saying? Should have listened to me, No, you evil woman. But I didn't expect this. I really didn't expect this because I know it's all about business, but this whole time they're just like, oh yeah, Kanan, we love you and we respect
That
you.
was a lie. We knew that was a lie last season, B. They
I,
saw it. They were opportunists.
well, of course, but I thought they had a little bit more respect for him than what was displayed here. They just treated him like he was a piece of trash. And I was, but to myself, I had to say, like, okay, damn, you know what? That is the reality. You know, I'm learning myself as well as Kanan, and I'm much older than him. So I wasn't expecting this, and I liked the acting, at least from everybody across the board. And I don't know, maybe this will, cause him to, want to talk to his mom a bit more, not out of love, but necessity, but we'll see.
I said things gonna cause the opposite. He wants nothing to do with that woman. Thank you so much, Jay, for the 199. Said famous said the streets need a body, but just not his. Yeah, that's why he's hiding. Like, let him get his thoughts and his stuff together. Like, I don't know. The way that Marvin was talking in that car with Lulu was like it gave like let me take him out before he snitched. Like, Marvin, you've done enough. Marvin, don't do anything else. Don't get active, especially when it comes to famous. Whatever happens to famous and his fate, just let it be that. I hope it's not at the hands of Marvin, but I think we've all established how idiotic that we think Marvin is behaving in this episode. B, I'm definitely I'm gonna show you next time before you before you. It's just a little latch that you kind of click over to, sort of like in Restream also.
Already.
Stream in StreamYard. Leaving this, do you have anything on Mama Joyce before we move all the way forward, B? Because Ashley and I really don't give a damn about this lady.
Y'all mean. I mean, it's funny thing because I kind of agree with y'all. But I'm thinking that they are including this plot point because she is about to provide some information about the family that nobody else has.
Mm.
Other than that, I really don't care. Maybe there's another brother or sister somewhere that, Rock and them don't know about or something. Kana got another secret uncle or auntie somewhere. Who knows?
Is it Breeze? Breeze? Is
Maybe.
it Breeze?
Maybe. Because then again, he did talk to her either earlier this episode or last episode about the family tree. So they can, bring that back around. But I mean, if we never see her again, I'm not gonna trip.
That would be nice, B. I feel like they're trying to get some tears out of us and have us go down to the funeral with rocking them, and we just really don't care. Hopefully it's something poignant and it means something to the plot and the story, but she's never meant anything before, but maybe they're trying to do something with her now.
Let me ask you this. Should Kanan tell the rest of the family of her condition because nobody else knows? And me and Lamont had different opinions on this. I think Kanan should. He felt the otherwise. How do y'all feel about that?
Ashley?
We talked about this last week because I was pissed off at her because I don't think you put that responsibility or burden on a child.
That's
So I
fair.
think he'd be justified in whatever choice he decided to make, whether he decided to tell him or keep her secret. I think it's his prerogative at this point. But that's what made me really feel like Mama Joyce was trash because you don't put that on a child. You don't put that burden. That's like the weight of the world. Like, so she just pops up dead one day and now he's got to give an account. Well, she did have cancer. I was picking her up from her appointments. I really hated it. But does he owe her or them anything? No. I think it's completely his choice at this point. I wouldn't be mad at him either way.
Gotcha.
Sure, it's kind of the same. I think when it comes to a life or death situation, you should just go ahead and say it. But I'm also not going to give any like points like, oh, this child. Kanan is not your average kid. If he can burden, some bodies and take lives, he can hold on to this little information and he'll live just the same. It's not going to, affect him either way. But it naturally you would want the whole family to know so everybody can maybe do or say whatever before she just goes. But I'm thinking it'll reveal itself before she exits out of here, and hopefully Kanan doesn't have to carry it all the way literally to her grave. But yeah, don't be trying to make us care about Joy. She all kind. She all kind and sweet all of a sudden. But leaving here, Ashley, I'm definitely gonna come to you first because what we doing with Juke? Okay, what are we doing with Juke? I think we have been anticipating getting to see Juke in the army and the whole process of that for quite some time. for it to just kind of be snatched immediately as soon as they gave it to us in the first episode, it was like, okay, that was cool while it lasted. Yeah, but Juke's a model soldier all the way up until the moment that she isn't, and we go on down to the college with Aisha, and it's just very much like, yeah, I just left. Like, you're AWOL. Like, yeah, it's probably gonna be a few, repercussions for that. I really don't care. I could really just lay up here and stay here with you and see what this college like. Like, Juke, you're not in college. You're not a student, Juke. You're not enrolled. Like, what are we doing here? And I thought it would maybe take a little more. We know how much Juke has endured and what she suffered. So just for her to just feel instant, even with her mother, like, Lord, feel instantly displaced when it's like, oh, we're going to throw such and such out because he had gay magazines in his dorm room and we're not tolerating that. And she just immediately leaves on her own. How did you feel about this?
Girl, Jukebox is going to jail. You can't leave them people's army without notice. Like, girl, what are you doing? And she's acting like a YN, Tyra. She's acting like a broke YN. You want to go stay on that girl's twin size dorm room bed. It's ridiculous. And Aisha got a man. Let's call a
Oh,
thing
wait,
a
wait,
thing.
hello, let me go over
Aisha,
there. Let me go because I was gonna ask. Because girl, what you mean
I
you need to find yourself?
Listen, Aisha has a whole man over there. She wants dingling. I think it was fine that she got the box talked to that night. I think that was a good time, but not a long time. Jukebox is out here reckless and wiling. Now, the white man, listen, old girl's daddy, they had a nice
Yeah.
conversation in the diner, episode 1. He said, listen, Jukebox, I know what you like, girl. I know you like the box. They're not going to be okay with that. And she was like, no, I'll be fine. I'm going to go there. So then you get there, you're doing well, and you see this one situation, and you just say, I'm packing my raggedy duffel bag and I'm leaving. Jukebox is not making sense to me right now. Girl, get some help, get some therapy, go to the classes like your daddy went to last season. I really wanted more for her. Like, I don't like, and we talked about this a little bit last night. I don't like the idea that Jukebox is forsaking all of her dreams so quickly. It's like there's no like stick and stay. And I
Mm.
know it goes deeper into like her childhood, her mom, her dad, all those things, but I want better for her. It did for me though beg the question of how are we going to get past this hurdle when it comes time to be a cop, because we all know present day in the power verse, right? She is
Yeah.
a full officer, a dirty
Yeah.
cop, but a cop at that. So how is she going to get around this? Is Mr. Daddy White Man going to step in, help save the day? But yeah, as far as Aisha, girl, go back to New York and find something safe to do. Jukebox, go underground, because you just forgot about singing. You don't want to sing no more. You don't have a song in your heart. I want more for her.
I just thought we would spend a little bit more time in the army, even though we have her in training. The Jukebox that we see later in the Power universe, she is the planner. It's just strategizes. She's always doing, the brunt of the work. While meanwhile, we know Kanan's job, but she is the normally like the brains behind the operation. She's extremely smart and calculated and a force, and giving commands. And you're going to be here, there, and this way. So I was thinking that we would have gotten more of those core values, not only with us being a police officer, but starting from here. So the way that we just abruptly left so easily, I was like, oh, okay. You can't just leave the army, Juke. And she's like, I just left. Like, I was just down the street and just decided to walk down the block. Like, it's just that simplified. And she came home hugging and dapping up and hey, daddy, and hey, Kanan. It's just nothing. I was like, okay, there's definitely going to be something with that. Even though I was here for it, let me get into Bree's Bree's super chat, because Bree said, yes, Juke, lick that lint.
Mm,
I
mm,
cannot
You,
breathe.
Bree.
Breathe.
Thank
mm.
you so much, Breeze. It was that, but we wouldn't have had Juke physically verbalize, hey, I didn't know what your response was going to be seeing me. It was almost like you weren't happy to see me. Like, oh no, I was happy to see you. I was just surprised. Like, yeah, it was very much giving I've met someone on campus, or I'm exploring other options, or I'm dating, whether it's another female or a man, we don't know. But it wasn't given that exactly. Even how she kind of looked like shook when she was like, yeah, I could just stay here with you and be on campus and get into this
No.
college life. Like, no, you know what, Juke, I'm not, I haven't been sick or anything since I've been here. I need time to find myself. And that does not include you. You can't sit here. You got to go, Juke. Does she have someone else? I think so. It just didn't feel right. I look forward to seeing, I guess, Juke get locked up, because where else are we going to go? B, what did you think about this?
Yeah, I agree. What I did not like about it is they just rushed through the whole thing. They built it up. I thought that she was going to spend, if not the whole season, but half the season there,
Yeah,
and see what she learns and what she experiences and you know what if that changes her, and then when she goes back to Canaan, whether that's in the middle of the season or the end of the season or next season, if that causes a rift between their relationship or some type of clash,
yeah,
because she looks at the world a different way or something like that, I don't know. But for them to just have her there for 5 minutes and just take her out of the situation just seems like a waste of time. To be honest with you, I thought the whole thing was a dream sequence at the very beginning. I didn't even think it was real because I mean, I don't know anything about the army, the navy, serving the country, anything like that. I just know that there's a boot camp and stuff. So I wasn't, I wouldn't, I don't know even know how long boot camp is. So I wasn't expecting, her to see her and her squad with assault rifles and explosions going on in the background. I'm like, this is kind of fast paced here, so I thought it was a dream sequence. The whole Aisha thing, that's crazy. She did pop up with a lot of expectations, and that just seemed out of character with her. I mean, I guess it's cool that they got the little romance on. They've been kind of having that linger over us for a while now. I did not expect Aisha to curve her though. I expected the opposite. Like, oh my God, maybe not just her invite her in the dorm right then and there, but yeah, I want to stay in touch. And no, it was the exact opposite of that. So that was surprising. Kind of funny, but surprising. But
it was.
we'll see.
Maybe there's a realm where she goes, there's no way we're dropping this storyline so quick. It was so prevalent all last season. So we just get there and we immediately leave. It felt like overnight because we don't really also have a good timeline for anything either. Thank you so much, Demarcus. Aisha dating Andre 3000. What? What does that even mean? Thank you so much, Jamarcus. I don't know who she's dating, but it did give I maybe met someone. This is cute or whatever, but you can't stay here, girl. This ain't love and basketball. You're not even in college, Juke. I'm so sorry. You gotta go. But leaving this here. We can't leave Lulu because Lulu's so important. I can't even say that with a straight face. Lulu's so important.
Yeah.
Um, Lulu is out of rehab. We have a really sentimental moment with him and Marvin in the car, just thanking him. I was over there locked down and getting my rehabilitation on, and you kicked some funds for that, and I appreciate you. You're always looking out for me. But you have Lulu just come out with the aspirations to think about himself, figure out which way he wants to go. I don't want to jump into anything too quickly. I don't know where the hell famous is. I love music, yes I do, but I need to, think about me. Do some deep searching. Clean this apartment, cause Lord. Yeah, that lasts for like all of 2 seconds. Everything is just really wrapped up. Like we say some type of little rhetoric and spew some things 1 minute, and in that same episode, it's completely sidestepped, and we're right back where we left these characters last season before, the last one before that. How long has Lulu trying to be this aspiring talent scouting producer, all about the music, all about this record label? We find an artist, we get to making music, everything gets to going good, and oh, my dreams are coming true, and then they get snatched. Like, I feel like this is a revolving door as far as Lulu's character is concerned, and I just want to know what's going to be different about it now. The only thing different now is we got B Rilla. Uh, uh, okay. I don't know. I just really don't know. I thought maybe for 2 seconds we were going to at least explore Lulu, exploring different facets of life, options, or maybe different avenues of music. Who knows? But us getting right back up into where we started, us trying to get into sober living, all while constantly working in a bar. I don't know. It just doesn't look good. I don't feel like it's going to be long before Lulu crashes out. Ashley?
Oh my goodness. I think Lulu is just one bad situation away from picking up the bottle again. I do not believe in this rehabilitation just yet. It hasn't been tried and tested for me. And I think I think he's still fragile, and I think immersing himself back in the same sort of culture is a bad idea. And
Yeah.
so when he goes here and he's talking to this man and he says, "Listen, the next decision I make is going to be the most important decision of my life for my sobriety, but I'm going to dive back in, and the first thing I'm going to do is go to the prison, and I'm going to recruit this man, and I'm going to get him out the same day because now all of a sudden I have pull and I've got power, and now I'm immediately immersed back into the club scene, back into the nightlife, back into the music industry." Now, do I think that that's going to be his downfall? No, it's always going to be his family. Lulu's downfall will always be related to that
Yeah.
family, to Rock, and to Marvin. You already know, I think Marvin's getting taken out this season. And
No,
when he does, that's going to pull the trigger for Lulu. He's
Said
going to
no.
start drinking and he's going to be on a warpath. He's going to be the Lulu that we knew in season one, dropping
Mhm.
bodies left and right. The first part of season one, where Lulu didn't really have too much of a conscience
Yeah.
about it. I think that's what we're getting to. This is cute. I like that okay, let's still explore his musical genius and all of that. But it's still not resonating for me. Like, y'all gave us all the background in season one about how he's so closely aligned to his father, how they're really the same person, and we know
Mhm.
what ended up happening with his dad. I think that was foreshadowing to what we'll see with Lulu probably by the end of the season. Now, are we going to lose Marvin and Lulu this season? I don't know, but one of them must go. I just wasn't thrilled. I wasn't enthused by the paramedic. Um,
Let's call the paramedics. They've been gone. I was, all right, bars.
listen, I don't trust that the little executive at the record company because
Yeah. He's a
it's
little
just
too antsy. Like,
Lou.
"Ooh, we need you, Lulu. I
Yeah,
see something in you, Lulu."
it's like for Marvin and Lou, for whatever their upbringing was, I think they both have this need for validation, external validation. And
Hmm.
so it's like they always find themselves in these roles where they're going to be used up. You know what I mean? And I think this is the same for Lulu entering into this record situation. But we'll see how it plays out. I don't give a damn about Lulu anymore. They ruined him for me last season. So we'll just see how it goes. We'll just
I
see.
just can we at least with whether it's Marvin or Lulu or Juke, the one thing that I do not like about the series is we explore giving them a little bit of happiness for maybe 5 minutes and we immediately snatch it back. We immediately snatch it back the moment there is a window of opportunity or change. Even though we know what happens with this family, it would be nice if we could really revel into some accomplishment to maybe have Lulu really feel like I can really do something else. I can really walk away from this family and explore other avenues and be a businessman, be all about music and have nothing to do with that, especially now since me and Rock are, eye to eye on certain things. If we could do that, don't give us this here and then episode 5. Oh, like, yeah, but let's not. And if that old white lady at the bar don't gone and just rub
Yeah,
on
she
Lulu
want
one
him.
time, she got one more time to give Lulu a come hither
She
look
want him.
from across the bar, and it's just gonna be over. Like, girl, just come.
She want
Can
that
we please?
man.
So he can just dismiss you and say, "Girl, you cute or whatever, but I don't like you like that." I don't know. Can we
I
just
think
stop
she had
her?
the daddy. I think she gonna want Lulu too. I think she had the daddy. So
Girl,
I
she
think
stayed looking at Lulu like, "Hey, hi, girl, where you going, ma'am, Mrs." Uh, B, how do you feel about Lulu? Do you think that we're gonna see some type of success, or do you think we playing a little bit too close to the fire and he's gonna fail immediately again?
the latter. I think he's gonna fail immediately again.
Oh,
Lulu, like I like Lulu, but he is my least favorite character on the show. I just, I was really frustrated with him at the end of last season. Just him completely crashing out like that. I feel sorry for him, but I didn't like him for it either. But I'm just not interested when Lulu is on screen. I'm just not, unfortunately. Nice guy in real life. And I agree with you 100% about the white lady at the bar. Man, I don't want to see them get together or hook up. I don't even want them to imply it, but she wants it badly, and that's very obvious. So I don't, I sometimes I like when shows tease us. They just need to stop with this. Um, but yeah, Lulu, I don't. Other than that, I don't really have much to say. I'm just not enthused by him right now.
I mean, well, I will say, getting more into Lulu's stereotypical downfalls at these moments that just seem really contrived and planned at this point. We do see him in that trailer in the romps with some lady. There's always going to be a woman around, a girlfriend. That's always also Lulu's downfall sometimes. But it wasn't the old lady though, the older woman. It wasn't her at the bar. So maybe she's just there to give him some looks and not much else. Because please don't get it, man. We don't want that cougar girl. We don't want that cat. That's a cat.
Kiss her goodbye, this other lady, because you know all the ladies around Lulu drop like
Oh
flies.
Lord.
So
But y'all have been showing some major love in this chat, and we most definitely appreciate it. I'm gonna give you guys a moment to go and hit that like button, and we're gonna come back and wrap up this episode, get into Unique, and tell y'all where y'all can come and support us and all those good things. We will definitely be right back because Unique needs to be talked about in this story arc.
See you cry. Got some questions that I gotta ask you. I hope you can come up with the answers, baby. Girl, it's easy to love me now. Would you love me if I was down and out? Would you still have love for me? Girl, it's easy to love me now. Would you love me if I was down and out? Would you still have love for me? If I fell off tomorrow, would you still love me? If I didn't smell so good, would you still hug me? If I got locked up and set this till a quarter century, could I count on you to be there to support me mentally? If I went back till hoopty for my bands, would you poof and disappear like some of my friends? If I was hit and I was hurt, would you be by my side? If it was time to put in work, would you be down to ride? I doubt, kill a nigga, cat, chill and drive. I'm asking questions to find out how you feel inside. If I ain't back, I flip burgers at Burger King. Would you be ashamed to tell your friends you're feeling me? In the bed, if I use my tongue, would you like that? If I wrote you a love letter, would you write back? If we can have a little drink, you know, a nightcap. We can go do what you like, I know you like that. Like, girl, it's easy to love me now.
Tyra,
Oh,
me now. We having the beats. Serious fire. Goodness.
yeah, you know we gonna have a good time during the live. Thank you, B. I'm gonna come to you first, B, because I got some stuff to say about Unique, and I'm gonna sit on it for a second. But Unique is the ultimate reaper this episode. He is running around, catching bodies and taking names. We already know from that flashback that we got. He has it dead set in his mind that Rock has plotted and turned against him, and he needs to get back his crown and tear down everything that she has built up so far. How do you feel about Unique and where we're going with his arc and his plot? Is it me?
no, I can hear you.
You can hear me? Uh-oh. I wonder what happened. We
May
can
I
figure out.
that settings cog maybe and check your output, make sure it didn't change.
Let me see, make sure.
My bad. I got it.
But B, how do you feel about Unique's arc and where we're going with his character?
I'm nervous. I'm nervous because I really do like Unique. He was a favorite of mine. I've been rocking with him since the beginning. And like season 1 and 2 of this was super duper fire. And then season 3 was not, well, the first half of it. No, the second half wasn't because Unique wasn't there, and I hated the ending of season 3. So when he popped back up in season 4 with this little flashback, and we kind of seeing his perspective and him trying to, heal himself and come to and, do reconnaissance. I was like, hell yeah, this is dope. I like this. And we got Unique back. I like the story. He's being a ninja, trying to put things together. That's cool. But what makes me nervous is you got his nurse guy that's putting these bugs in his ear, saying, hey, well, I don't necessarily know if it was him because he was trying to warn Unique, like that's possible, but you may be jumping to conclusions. So him jumping to conclusions, thinking that everybody's against him and all of this, and it's a conspiracy. I don't like that. That makes me nervous. I want him to go and let Pernissa know, hey, baby, I'm alive. I don't want to show my face now, but, don't trip. I'll be back in a week. I'm going to drop off some groceries, or something like that. That would have been cool. But I really don't want him starting a war, off of some misunderstanding. Because him and Rock, they've been at it for years, and now they finally getting together and smashing, and that was cool. And she got rid of the baby, It was no problem, no drama, but now it's going to be issues again because you thinking this, you thinking that, and you shot the lawyer. I'm nervous. So I was excited, but now I'm nervous.
I was nervous from the moment that he returned. I always thought that plot of fake out death. I thought that was tired. I thought that was so tired and really playing on the audience intentions. And not only just because it was a fake out, but because he was really supposed to be gone as a character before Joey Badass said, "You know what? No, I'm not ready to be written out just yet. I want to come back." At which we're getting this. I really want to know what we would have gotten if he was just completely gone. But I feel like this is just a reset. Like if we have to see any more scenes of Unique slapping himself in the head, punching holes in walls, getting out all this aggression, watching Pernessa pack groceries up the stairs, and oh look how we living. Look, she's pulling the cart. I can't even get her. I ain't got no money. I can't even help her. Like I can't even be the provider. I'm not the Unique that I was before. So I'm gonna let that fester and sit in this car. As I just, I was like, are we not gonna? What you went to the house where you guys got evicted or whatever with the intentions to do what exactly if we're going to see Pernessa and know exactly where she is with your son and still opt not to say anything. I know Pernessa has enough sense to go, oh, she would have just been happy to see you. You want to, move silent and be a ghost and whatever, plot your revenge, that's cool, but at least let the woman know that you're alive. No, I guess that's going to come later. Or maybe he doesn't need to even be in Pernessa's face. We don't know what kind of state of mind that Unique is in. I really feel like they're going to play around with when Unique is all knowing and having some semblance of memory, and when he conveniently doesn't know anything and needs to turn against Rock and thinks she's the enemy. I really think whatever that plan was when he was about to be written out of the show, it would have been executed and more appreciated than whatever this is. That it's just a reset to me. I feel like we want to get back to that rivalry. I feel like this Franken, which I call him Franken Unique, we're gonna get right back to him being, Pelly jacket wearing, furs and gold chains and crispy fade by the time we get to this end of the season. Like we're just gonna get him back to that Unique and back to that rivalry that he had with Rock way back when they were, in the trenches before he rolled up and saved her and said Southside. Like we are resetting everything with this character and with the relationship that he has in correlation with Rock and the Thomas, that whole entire family that we feel like we've been through already. And I just feel like we're tearing things down when we should have maybe went somewhere else if we were going to bring Unique back. But I'm not here for the reset. I think this is really unusual and insane, actually. Ashley?
I don't so much have an issue with him coming back. I think there was a way to do it, and I just think it's being poorly executed. I don't need to see this man banging his head against the wall and banging on his head to know he's changed, forever changed. It's again just this idea of you really not believing your audience is smart enough to understand what's going on with him. I think a little bit of nuance would be nice with his character and his re-immersion, but Unique is trash. At this point, throw him away. Like I don't want to see him again at this point. I would have been more excited to see him go, put him away peacefully, and just call it a night rather than get this iteration of him. I think you're trash to watch your baby mama struggling up them stairs with that cart and all them groceries and you not get up and walk your tail over there to get them in the house. I think you're trash, Neek. And the fact that your one sole motivation isn't your baby with Pernessa, it's to get revenge on Rock, who you really don't even understand the fullness of that situation. I think it's a disservice to his character,
Yeah.
honestly, and who we've known him to be up to this point. As far as him going and taking out Ernie, I just feel like it was just so haphazardly done. There was no finesse. There was no ease. What I loved about Unique's character in previous seasons is he was just so smooth. Like he was so cool with it. He didn't really let things bother
Actually, they
him
don't want to give us
overtly.
that no more.
I know, but I'm like, don't beat us over the head with his TBI, girl. We get it. He got hit in the head with a pole. Like we overstand it at this point. I just don't like the reckless rage without intention because you're doing all this, but to what end? What army, Neek? You and what army? What you gonna do if she called him people? What if she called him Italians? Or what if she calls some of these other people to come and help her? Neek, it's you, Buki. It's just you. You ain't got nobody. It just doesn't make sense for me, and that's what's losing me. I think if they had executed this differently, I think it could have been better. It just It's falling flat for me.
Maybe. And I'm not gonna lie, like I really was gonna when they took Unique, I was like, oh, not Unique. Like I really, really love his character. But if we're gonna bring him back and be a disservice to everything we loved in the first place, I'm not expecting him to come here and be as smooth and calculated and with handling everything with finesse like Unique, because he is supposed to be giving different Unique, but it has to make sense from a story standpoint. And at this point, it's just not. It just feels like, oh, we need rivalry, we need beef, we need to have that common enemy constantly in the show. If it's not going to be Snap, Crackle, and Pop, I guess it's not going to be Tony Danza in them. We got Unique. We're going to turn Unique back into the Unique that we knew before. But in order for him to be that, we have to get him to just forget why he even liked rock in the first place. Like, it's like, okay, that's fine. I'm trying to let it cook and just wait. But please don't start off the next episode with this man slapping himself in the head. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. It's like, okay, we absolutely got it. But anybody got anything else on Unique before we close it out?
Yeah, I mean, and I'm fine with no finesse. Like, I'm fine with him being a bull in a china shop, but it's got to make sense. Like, he's got to be moving with some sort of intention. This is just silly to me.
Yeah.
It's silly. Watching him bang his head every other frame, Tyra, was weird. Because why are you hitting yourself in the head? Like, it hurts? Okay. We got that the first time. We got that when you were healing. Like, we know. I don't need that. I need you to move with some intention. I need you to carry them groceries, and I need to act like you have some sense of humanity at this point.
So
Some,
I'm
a little bit, a
y'all
glimmer.
help me out. After hearing would y'all give episodes 1 and 2 of season 4 combined a thumbs up or a thumbs down? Not let
Um,
in between.
Episode one was definitely a thumbs down. I was always here for a flashback, but I felt like the entirety of the episode was pushing it, and it went on for a little bit longer than I cared to. That was a thumbs down for me. This episode, it's adjacent. It's not down, but it's not up either. The meter's just in the middle. I need them to come a little stronger and a little harder. The storylines are there, but if they seem redundant and things that we've seen repeatedly over and over, as far as hell, even Unique at this point, because we know what they're trying to hint at with Unique and where he's going,
Hmm.
or with Lulu or with Marvin, it's just not refreshing. And I was hoping that they would eventually introduce some new characters to give a different vibe, but so far they haven't done that yet. So I'm still in the middle with the show.
Okay.
Ashley.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be sweet, Brandon. My name is my sweet perspective. No, none of it has been good for me so
Ooh,
far.
okay.
I was trying to be the emperor like Tyra, because it'd be like Decimus Maximus, like and I didn't want to do that. So yeah, it's just down for me. I'm not enjoying this season so far. I really am not. I think they can do better. We've seen them do better,
Oh
and I,
yeah,
I just want that.
yeah.
I
I
was-
always held this one to a higher standard than the other Power Universe shows because the writing just seemed to be executed to a higher level. It seems like something is missing now. That's all I'll say.
I'm mad at that.
Ashley said, "Are you not entertained?" And as far as y'all in the chat, as much as I couldn't stand Ronnie was a mission. Like I would have been here for them, keeping Ronnie on just for a little, even if we would have deaded him beginning early on in this season. Ronnie was a menace, and I was entertained. I was entertained by his coldness. Because what was wrong with you, Ronnie? He was an enigma. Um, but Ashley, I'm gonna come to you first.
Oh
Any
gosh.
prediction? Don't make that face, okay? You know we got to come here at the end.
Brandon didn't answer. If he gave the both the episodes, he didn't answer his own question.
Oh, I am going to give I'm gonna give episode 1 a thumbs up and episode 2 a thumbs down.
Hmm. Okay.
Marvin really annoyed me and Unique. So that's
I
yeah.
couldn't even go there, B, because Marvin here, I feel like Marvin did the exact same thing. Even though we didn't execute anybody, you still over there moving on your own accord and agenda for the Italians, doing brunt work and keeping it a secret from your sister. It's just weird.
And then the whole jukebox army thing that was 30
Yeah,
seconds and stuff. So
yeah, I was sad. But back to you,
Okay.
Ashley. Back to
Okay.
you, Bob. What do you
Okay.
think is going to happen in episode 3?
Back to you in the studio, Bob. Yeah, okay. I don't do predictions like that, but Marvin is going to get a taste of repercussions from crossing Uncle Tony because he ain't have authorization to do that. And I think we're see Dark Roots Tony Danza pop off a little bit. I'm excited to see his darker nature. We saw a little bit of it, but it wasn't directed to rock or Marvin. So I'm excited to see this turn in him because it's a matter of a switch being flipped. I know Uncle Tony is not about the right, so I'm excited to see that. Marvin needs to get a dose of reality, a reality check, and I think we're going to see something happen pivotal with Kanan. I don't know if it's going to be around Crystal. I don't know if he's going to try to do something sneaky and underhanded to get out of paying Snap, Crackle, and Pop, but I think he's going to make a dumb move this next episode as well. Lulu's going to get closer to what is it, be Rilla, be Killa, be something.
Be Rilla,
Yeah.
Glorilla.
Call the paramedic. Yeah, I think we're gonna see him move down that path a little bit. And Jukebox is going to jail. I think we might see her in them cuffs next episode. The what do you call it? The military police and her being court-martialed or
Mm,
something.
yeah,
But yeah,
yeah.
that's my prediction.
Same for me with Juke. I don't know if it's going to be the very next episode. I think she's going to be laxed and digging. So what we up for? What we doing today? And it's going to be when she least expected. They're going to bust in and say, "No, ma'am, what are you doing?" That's definitely going to happen with Juke. And that's if we don't have something transpire as far as her going to try to visit Aisha again and getting a rude awakening. Because I don't believe Aisha for 1 second, as far as her just finding herself. Marvin will definitely be dealing with some ramifications, if not from Mr. Tony Danza. It's definitely going to be Rock, because I heard that you were over there fooling with those Italians. And we might not be able to get into that as much as we want to, because Rock, of course, is going to be dealing with who shot Andre and why, and what am I supposed to do now? I don't have a connection or someone to transfer information or relay things for me on the business side of things to make sure I'm not going to jail for committing all these crimes. There's going to be that. It's going to be a lot of who would be able to cross us. Is it Snap, Crackle, and Pop, and the whole Guess Who situation, which I hope doesn't go on for too long, but I think it's going to go on for multiple episodes, because how else is Unique supposed to be going around being the Reaper in the first place if we don't know eventually he's going to be found out, but it can't be this episode. With him being the Reaper, he's gonna have to keep collecting bodies. He's gonna have to kill everybody in the surrounding, which is gonna be whack. That means we have to go for Quan in them, maybe a couple of Italians, maybe da 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 da. And it's just like, oh, okay, this got Unique written all over it. It's Unique, I know it. And then everybody's gonna be looking up her hair like, well, Unique is dead. Is he though? There's gonna be that. Kanan's gonna be doing what he always doing, not listening to Rock. He's not gonna be listening to Rock somewhere, messing something up, maybe deciding how to or when to maybe go into business for himself. Nah, or get his own little connections. Who knows? But Kanan's going to be up to some nonsense per usual. I'm hoping we get to see Famous. I care about Famous. I'm hoping we get to see Famous next episode. That would be nice to just follow up with him and see where he is. And I'm sure Lulu will be somewhere with B-Rilla making beats. I want y'all to make me care about B-Rilla. Okay. And I would advise the Power Universe, any of these shows, can we please be mindful of bringing rappers or entertainers on as actors? Because it doesn't translate all the time. Everybody is not a capable actor. Can we just hire real people? Thank you. B, any predictions for episode 3?
Yes. All right. That's what's gonna happen. Opening scene. We're gonna find Famous is training in the mountains with the League of Shadows. No, I'm joking. That's silly. But I think we will see Famous. I don't know what he will be doing, but I think we will see him somewhere doing something that's going to be interesting. Yeah, and also, no, I really do think that Marvin is going to get his ass chewed out by Stefano and Rock. They may even tag team, yelling at him about how stupid the decision he made for executing that person. Other than that, I mean, it's a toss up. I don't know. I really didn't say anything, but I don't know. I think Juke is going to continue to get her feelings hurt. I don't see Kanan doing anything stupid. I think for the most part, he has his head on straight, and he's going to try to always put the right foot forward. Maybe Joyce will pass away. I don't know. I'm not saying that I want it to happen, but I'm just kind of throwing stuff out there that's wild and going shake up the joint. But I'm also predicting that episode 3 will be better than episodes 1 and 2.
Yeah. We can only go up from here. Yeah. we can only go up from here. Speaking of that, let me get this super chat from Dane. Super chat from Dane because he's saying we're being critics, we're being hard. You guys are turning into Ebert. You know what? I would rather be Ebert than anybody else. Dane, we have to be critical of these shows. And for anybody who is just getting here or are unfamiliar with what we do here, because I've seen some of y'all comments last time, this is not the Easter egg movie bot, we're going to piece everything together for you type of channel. We're not going to go into depth to make it make sense for you. I'm not going to go back into season 2, 3 of the Power Universe when Kanan walked up on Ghost and said X, Y, and Z to make it make sense for you. If these characters feel half-assed for me, I'm going to tell you that. If the writing seems redundant to me, I'm going to tell you that. If you want the Easter egg blow for blow, I'm just such a big fan of Power in the universe. They can do no wrong because it's executed so well. This is not the place for you.
I don't understand the comment. But.
this is not the place. But that's the show, y'all. That is the show, and we look forward to coming back and getting into the next episode. And I think it's going to be really, really good. At least I hope so, y'all. But that's the thing here. And what I will say before we wrap it up here, it is Saturday, and you know what that means, especially if you are a member of the Sweet Perspective, if you're a Sweet Pea, or if you're a part of the struggle and you're a member of my channel. Do know that we do members only watch alongs every single Saturday night. They alternate between myself and Ashley. This week is my turn, and this is what we are watching. If you would like to watch with us and be in the Discord, be sure to become a member so we can get in there and we can have a good time. Everybody who is a member, be sure to be over there with your snacks and your popcorn and be able to chat it up with us. And hopefully y'all like my choice because we're going to watch it. This is what we're watching. We're going to be right back. And B is going to tell you where y'all need to be at to support him in all the content that he does on a weekly basis. Now, yeah, she's smoking a cigarette. You're going to love it, Ash, I promise. And if you don't, you're going to have a good time watching it. As I said, if you want to be a part of that, please join the membership and get on over in the Discord to watch The Professional with us tonight in literally 15 minutes. B, I'm going to come to you first. Let the people know what you have going on this week and where they need to be to support you.
Already. Thank you so much, Tara, for having me. I really do appreciate it. And it's also lovely working with you, Ashley, again. I look forward to it. But you can find me right here. Just My Opinion Reviews on YouTube. So subscribe. Also have a little website, justmyopinion.net, where I started actually writing about movies and TV. And I'm going to start writing again, too. So check me out here on YouTube. Check me out on the website. Also check me out on social media, all social media platforms at Just My Opinion 84. And when you come over and you subscribe, you will get movie reviews on all the latest films that release every Friday across the land. Even though I've been covering more TV lately, I've been covering Raising Kanan as well on my channel. Also Reacher season 3 and Daredevil. That is on Disney Plus. That's pretty cool. And also Paradise. Okay. Tara, I'm mad at you because y'all should have been talking about it on the channel. I don't know what happened. I'm calling you out. I think I saw a thumbnail one day and I'm like, hell yeah. The reviews is gonna cover Paradise. The show's off the chain, and then it just disappeared. So yeah, but it's with love. It's with love. But the show was awesome. So y'all can go back and check out all my recaps. Tara, you better cover season 2. or I'm never talking to you again.
He's lying.
I am lying. But no, that right there, and also Dope Thief, which is on Apple TV right now with Brian Tyree Henry and also some other gentleman I've never heard of. It's we're 2 episodes in. The first half of both episodes are really slow and kind of boring, but then the second half of both episodes is fire. That's when the crap hits the fan. So a little bit of shows, a little bit of movies. Yeah, so if that's your type of thing and you liked a little bit of my commentary and personality that I've given you on Tower's show today, come on through. I would love to have you.
Thank you so much, B. Shout out to everybody who enjoyed and watched Paradise. I watched Paradise also. But even what would B said, and y'all go check out B's reactions too. B been doing a whole lot of reactions from what I can see. Yeah, garnering different shows such as Dope Thief and even Paradise requires a little bit more support and forethought on my end. The people have been supporting what they want. And I did not feel like Paradise was going to be one of those things because it's very, while y'all calling famous fickle, who's really fickle? Huh? Yeah. who's really fickle here? The audience has been pretty fickle about what they want to, support. So we've been kind of picky about what we're taking on. We thought Paradise was going to be one of those things. And it's still, present on Ashley. I know Ashley has been covering Paradise, some of it. Go over there if you want your Paradise fix. Ashley, anything you want to get into before we get out of here?
Yes, y'all. Please run up the uploads on Wheel of Time, Daredevil, and Jay and Pamela, honey. That's I dropped my review for that today.
Is Wheel of Time like powers and martial arts or something?
It's fantasy. Epic fantasy.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, check out the uploads. I've been dropping a ton of uploads this week. And just make sure that you're subscribed. Make sure that you have the notification bell hit for everyone on the panel so you don't miss anything. A lot of fun stuff coming up, especially this week. Some new shows are dropping that I'm excited about. So keep an eye out.
Oh, Dane calling you out in the chat. Say, why Brandon stop watching from? Y'all messy.
No, it's coming back when the next season comes. I was like, it's pointless now because the season just ended. So I'm gonna be back.
Thank you so much, Dane. Yes. But y'all, we're going to get out of here. We got a couple minutes before the Saturday night watch along, so be sure to get over there and get in the Discord, y'all, and we will see y'all in a minute. Everybody else, have a really good night, and I'm going to take you guys out of here with this fine, unique cam because we all love a fine, unique. Good night, y'all.
Sometimes it's so pleasant. Well, because feelings for me, rock.
Talking crazy.
They say most romances start at the office. Heads bumping into each other at the water cooler and whatnot. I'm just wondering if you ever favor me like that.
We ain't got no water cooler. And the last time I checked, you and me, we was trying to kill each other for a hot second.